Max. Yep.
Security established. Taking B. Losing Alpha.
Air patrol available for tasking. Ready to commence overflight.
We've pulled ahead.
Overflight.
Enemy has B.
Patrol standing by.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Ultra 1 to air patrol. Lock them up. You are clear to engage. 2-1, 2-1.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Death machine ready. Air patrol standing by.
Affiliation. Failure.
Hostile counter spy plane established above.
Death machine available.
Losing C.
Spy plane available for tasking. Spy plane commencing surveillance oversight.
This isn't working.
Spy
We're
plane mission
behind.
timeline 50% expended.
Net call. Hostile chopper gun operating.
Machine available. Air patrol available.
Alpha. It's not over. Recruit. Fight back.
Tear him up.
Nice.
Losing A.
Air patrol standing by.
Securing Charlie. Enemy spy plane inbound. Hostile RCXD in your AO. Hostile counter spy plane established above. Losing B. It's as good as ours. Keep it tight up.
Oh, shit.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching today's episode. We are looking at the RPD light machine gun, and in reality there's nothing really light about it, but that's just what they call it. So I'm going to show you my gunsmith loadout for this weapon. As far as the optics, yeah, I have this completely maxed out on the weapon, but I didn't go with any of the optics because I found the iron sight on it to be completely awesome and more than adequate. It has that same old classic COD 4 feel to it, but to be honest, I like this version of the RPD way better than the COD 4 version. So moving along, as far as my muzzle, I actually went with the GRU suppressor. I like the idea of it being a 100% suppressed plus the 12% vertical recoil control on this particular weapon. It's really, really nice, and in the clips of course you saw the reason for that, but it being a light machine gun, it did seem to give it an extra oomph as far as the damage goes. So if you've seen some of my other videos, I usually don't go fully suppressed, but since this does do more damage as a LMG, it seemed to be fine, especially in hardcore mode. And then as far as the barrel, I went with the 20.3 inch Task Force barrel. Give me an extra 5% damage. But look at this, plus 100% effective damage range. Again, since it's fully suppressed, you really need that. That way you're not just, tagging people and not getting the kill. And then as far as the plus 100% bullet velocity, some people have debated that is it even needed. Well, might not be, but it definitely helped, especially at greater distances. And as far as the body goes, I went with the KGB target designator. When I was using this weapon, for the most part, yeah, I would say, I don't know, 80 to 90% of the time I was using it for its iron sights, which means I'm gonna be, aiming down the sight. And when I compare this to some of these other categories, it just felt as though, this plus 60% reveal distance ADS was what I needed for this particular weapon. And as far as the underbarrel, I went with the Spetsnaz grip. Like the idea of having the plus 8% vertical recoil control and the plus 30% horizontal recoil control. Again, during those times in which, what was it, like on Apocalypse, where I got that like insane monster kill. What I would do is, I would iron sight, and then if people were running by real close where I didn't have time to, use ADS, it was nice being able to shoot from the hip and, being accurate at the same time. So having that plus 3% horizontal recoil control definitely did help to accomplish that. And then as far as the magazine, yeah, for the most part, I'm always that guy that loads like maximum fast ADS. But on this particular one, I felt as though it was nice being able to have the max amount of ammo for this box magazine. So I went with the VDV 125 round fast mag, because it was only sacrificing minus 10% ADS time, and I already made up with it on some of the other categories, so it just seemed like it was just the way to go. I was mowing down teams like, what was it, squads, teams, where you want to call it, was it a whole 6 on the other team? Yeah, if you're doing 6v6, so I kill 6 and then kill another 6, or I kill 6 and then kill maybe another 2 for 8. But I was consistent on that. I kept doing it over and over, and yeah, you just don't have the time to, reload. So this really comes in handy, and it only having a minus 10% ADS time, that wasn't that big of a deal as far as the cons. Okay, as far as the handle, I actually went with the GRU elastic wrap, similar to the submachine guns, and like, was it the Milano I just did? It's a lot like the airborne elastic wrap. They just call it GRU. But on this one, I get a plus 3% ADS time. Like I mentioned before, I'm making up for it right here in this category. And then on top of it, I'm getting that plus 90% flinch resistance. You want that flinch resistance, because a lot of times, the enemy's shooting back at you. You don't want to be, like flinching, in which it's messing up your whole aim. So that definitely helps. I have never actually used the plus aim while going prone. I know I probably should, but I'm more of a running gun player anyway. But I imagine if you're more of a camper player who wants to defend an objective, that could come in handy for you. As far as the cons, it wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, you want to have a certain amount of sprint to fire time, but the pros outweigh the cons significantly, especially with the RPD. And then last, the stock. I went with the KGB skeletal stock. Again, like I just mentioned earlier, the whole idea of being able to have a plus 30% sprint to fire time really helps. You're running into an area. If you're going to be a running gun player, think about it. You want to be able to run in, quickly stop, quickly aim, get off those rounds before the enemy gets theirs off. Are you going to be able to successfully do that against somebody who's, using, for instance, a Diamante? Probably not, but in reality, I mean, if you can get the jump on that guy's team before he notices it, you're probably going to win it. And for the most part, you should be able to still mow down a lot of people with this gun. I mean, not everybody's going to do the Diamante loadout anyway, or other loadouts that have maximum ADS. So, and then also the plus 40% aim walking movement speed that helped a little bit, especially if you saw a crowd of people in a distance and you just wanted to kind of kept it iron sight, but be able to move fast enough to take them out without feeling like this gun weighs you down big time. So, yeah, you lose minus 3% hip fire accuracy, but again, some of those other categories kind of make up for that in a way. So, in my opinion, this is the perfect loadout for just getting like insane monster kills. I mean, I didn't use any light machine guns before, and I asked my friend Dredd. I said, "Hey Dredd, did you use any of the light machine guns?" He's like, "No, not yet." So I saw other people using them on the best plays, and I was thinking to myself, man, I got to look into this. And I absolutely love this gun. I mean, I will be, of course, using it a lot, but I also want to experiment with some of the other weapons because for the purposes of making videos and so on. But if you haven't tried out the RPD, as you can see in the clips, by all means try it out. You're absolutely gonna love it. And like you could do a lot of wall bangs, for instance. What is it on raid, that middle courtyard area? A good combination is run up to it, spray through there, because that's a highly contested area, a lot of traffic in that little area. Spray that, equip yourself a C4, throw it over the wall. You could take out maybe a guy or a few guys on the enemy team, then run in there and then take out as many guys as you can. So another good strategy that you saw on Apocalypse. I know a lot of people don't like that map, but I mean, once you get the routes down, it's actually a pretty decent map. But yeah, you cut it through the far left side. You cut it through the temple, take out those guys. Instead of going all the way through the temple and then going towards the enemy spawn, what you do is take out a few guys, then you cut out through the middle, and you'll notice the guys that are on the opposite side are focused on the far left, like sniping positions. They're not really focusing on anybody cutting from their right side. So you're able to easily flank them. You take out like 2 or 3, and then all those guys that are coming from the enemy spawn, I mean, now you can really pounce them. And of course, if you have like C4 for instance, you just throw it right in there, take out a few guys. But yeah, I usually try to do stuff like that. It just it's kind of repetitive, but yeah, you just gotta learn the routes. But again, this gun, you would think, why would you want to use that for running gun? This is an amazing running gun, light machine gun. So I think I'm done talking about it, and yeah, have at it. Let me know what you guys think of the RPD, or if you have already used it. I would like to hear from you. Please leave a like, or even if you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. That's fine too. Share with me what you guys think of the RPD. I'll be more than glad to interact with you. So thanks again for watching today's episode, and we'll see you on the next one.